It's John and Peter, John and the Two-Sided Podcast. Pete and John and Peter, Two-Sided Podcast. Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday live on stereo.
Yeah. It's already funny and cheesy enough. You don't have to like record it on a phone and then put it on an 8-track and take it to a cassette player and then record it again and play it through your Walkman headphones. What did you do to make that sound so far from the truth, John? Folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are the Two-Sided Pod. We are here every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. If you're tuning in live on YouTubes, God damn it, it's probably Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's probably 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean sandwich time if you're across the pond. Folks, we'd like to thank you for tuning in. Hold on to your butts. It's about to get weird. Ain't that right, John?
That's right, buddy. That's right. I even checked it like moments before while I was muted up. And I was like, that sounds great. Okay. It's so horrible.
Do you think that your judgment as a producer is in question, or do you think that it's technology just out to get you in the moment of fruition? What do you think, John?
Yes. I think yes, generally.
I think I'm fucked all the way through, my friend. I think I'm fucked all the way through. Well, as John was saying so thoroughly and so eloquently, we are the Two-Sided Pod. Oh, wait, that was me. Anyway, if you don't see us live on the YouTubes here on Thursday, don't be afraid to search our bios. Our handle is @Two-Sided-Pod, all one word, all lowercase. We're on Insta. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Pod. We're on Amazon Music. We're on Patreon. We're on Fans Only. We're on Farmers Only. We're on Farmers with Patreons. John, I would pay $5 to see that guy harvest. This wheat ain't gonna harvest itself. I'm here for the corn shucking. Nope. Reel that one back in. Either way, look us up.
I'm aghast. I'm a little thrown off from that. Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm John. We're about to start our show. We're live on the YouTubes.
Folks, I'm letting you know, and this is from one person to another, all my community out there, my tribe, my foundation. If you come in hot to an intervention like that, they can't even start the whole process. And you can make it out and grab a beer from the fridge on your way out if you talk correctly and hard enough. Trust me. I've left better interventions than this, John.
And I'm out.
I'm out.
Pack those pockets. Pick a pocket. Pick a packet.
You gotta pick a packet or two.
It's official. The Two-Sided is the only show worth watching, listening to on stereo. Stereo has devolved so much. Not that you guys haven't always been awesome, but now you're on an island all alone. I see Doug down there. What's going on, Double-licious?
Yes. See, John, you were so right. If you just wear someone down, they'll have to accept you eventually. It's like the story of our friendship. I don't like him. I don't think I'm going to like him. Bah! You can be in my wedding. Bah! You can come to jail with me. God damn it! Are we doing a podcast now? We're doing a podcast. Really good friendship times. That's what we saw our podcast as. If you just outlast all the other sums bitches.
Yeah. That's the plural.
Some bitch. Yeah. Anyway, if you outlast everyone, and I'm not saying everyone in a derogatory term, I'm saying some bitches in a derogatory term. If you can outlast everyone and just weather the storm because you're just too stupid to understand what's happening around you. What? You mean the war's over? What do you mean? I've been digging trenches for the last 45 years. John, seriously, this is where we make our stand.
we were already at a very low level, but everyone else just devolved right past us, and we just stayed the same.
I'm just saying, if you were a dinosaur with flippers during the flood, and then the waters started to recede from the high mark, you can almost see where it happened on the hills going to Las Vegas. Ain't that right, John?
That's right, buddy.
If you withstood that, and you're all dead because you couldn't swim, look at me, bitch. I got fins. It's like that's where they got Waterworld idea from.
The theme park in Arizona?
No, the movie with Kevin Costner.
Oh, that one's good too.
You know what? They both are a big fucking waste of money. A weird, guilty pleasure. I'll go to both of them. I'll visit both of them at least once every 5 years.
It's gonna be weird. Let's see. And my boy Pete. What kind of cajoling do I have to do here?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So, John, I have to walk a very fine line because I'll have you know my mother does not like our comedy because she's like, you guys are just doing shots and shots and shots and shots. I'm like, Mom, we're professional actors. There's no way a human being can drink that much liquor in that short amount of time and be coherent, funny, and yet successful all at the same time. It's all apples. So, John, here's the deal.
Yeah.
We're going to continue drinking, right? Yeah, we're definitely continue drinking. But we got to be coherent, funny, and successful so we can prove my mom wrong. I don't know. So bad, bro. So bad. Here's to you, Mom. Love you. Cheers, John.
Cheers, everybody. You're welcome for listening. Hey, my boy Pete.
Boy. Yes, sir.
Well, howdy.
You know, the whole thing that I just am shocked and appalled about is our good intro music, where we have another thing with Dave singing our theme song from like a small TV in the back of your closet that the hostages get to watch. And all of a sudden, there's a didgeridoo and kazoo that you soloed on. Like, you know, I'm pretty much on tour with fucking Aerosmith. And that's what we heard? Clear as a goddamn bell, John? I see how it is. Continue.
I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
I'm my boy Pete, and I'm seriously questioning this man's ability to put anyone before himself when it comes to musical talent. You did hear that didgeridoo, though. It was pretty good. I'll be honest, it was good.
And you're wait, where are you from?
Oh, I'm here, I'm there. I'm in Southern California, John. Keeping it real.
And you're listening to Two Sided, a live recorded podcast where each week I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the serious and the fun.
Yeah, John, you and the me. The one who writes the scripts, the one who doesn't remember what the answers are. John, the one who has everything written down, all the I's dotted and T's crossed, the one who forgets what the original question was we're talking about. But seriously, the yin and the yang, the me and the you, the push and the pull, the ebb and the flow, John, the huckle and the berry. Huckleberry Finn.
Which one's the berry fin?
Oh, they're only in season in the summer. They're running between Southern California and Mexico. You can get them with the yellow fin and the blue tail. Oh. Unbelievable catch. They fight like a monster. Yeah. Let's get after him, John. Let's get some paraffin.
Well, let's punch some packets in just a second. But before we do, my boy Pete, I just want to do a quick general check-in. Hey, my boy Pete, how you feeling? And you know what? Don't pull any punches.
John, I'm feeling like the cat's pajamas. I'm like the grandma's meow. I think I'm just right. Work is work, things are things, but I'm checking boxes, baby. I'm checking boxes. I'm like, got everything in order. I have to do one more thing before I'm out after work tomorrow, and then I'm out here on Sunday, bro. I'm so good. I talked to a couple of homies. I felt like a goddamn high school kid on the phone, like, oh no, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. Like, what the fuck? This is ridiculous. We're gonna be drunk in public together. But not like that, but like adulting, you know. Okay, there's kids involved. We're gonna go to the zoo. John, we're going to the zoo? That's awesome. I'm like, all the kids get fanny packs. I'm gonna walk. That's gonna be so good. It's gonna be great.
Wait, you don't get a fanny pack?
Oh no, I do. I'm a child with heart, and I sit at the kids' table.
Oh, right.
That's why I say,
yeah.
Let's walk like gorillas behind our mom. She'll get really pissed, and all the kids will do it, and that's what'll happen the rest of the day. So, it's gonna be great.
Fantastic. Hey, punch those packets.
Punch those packets, baby. So dumb. Two-sided pod. Dot, dot, dot. Good times were never so dumb. So dumb. So dumb. Hey-o. Hey, look at this guy. Hey, we call you Mr. T-Bone for your fried cucumber. Bro, I'm so excited I'll be on the road. I'll have a little camping stove with me, even though I'll be with my buddies in the house, but I have a fucking van out front. I'm going to be able to go out and cook steaks on my own little fucking pull-out van. It's going to be great. It comes with its own zip ties, plastic bags, bunch of gloves. Wait, what kind of a rental van is this? This is bullshit. Or is it helpful? I don't know, John. I don't know.
You did call it a pull-out van, right?
Hey, you what? You want me to leave this van in? No, it'll never fit. That's what I get a lot, baby. It's a van. Trust me.
Just back it up slowly.
Hold on. I need you to guide me in. Are we talking about parking still? I think we might be. Hey, this fucking guy.
That's awesome. And that directly is going to lead us into our first lightning round.
Lightning round! Time to get down! Come on. Yeah!
Woo!
Oh, yeah. What's up, John? What are you doing, man? What's up, my boy Pete?
We're doing great. We're chilling. We're having a good time. We're about to do some awesome stuff next week. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, too. John likes to refer to my vacations as awesome stuff. So I find that highly offensive. Oh, man, I know how that is. When people belittle your fucking joys in life, they yuck you up. I know how that is. No bueno, baby. No bueno. No, but I'm not complaining. John's nothing if not a giving, caring co-host. Ain't that right, John?
Yeah.
All right, well, it seems like you guys got some shit to work out tonight.
All right, fair enough.
Have a good time.
Bye. I do this for you, Pete. I do this for you. Make me look like an idiot in front of him.
Listen, John, I'm sorry about that. You know how it is. It's just sometimes when lighting guy comes around, I get a little gun shy. I don't know how to respond. He's a guest in my home, John. He's a guest in my home.
Well, it's more like a closet, but yeah. I get it. I understand.
Okay. I deserve that one, John. Maybe we can move on with the rest of the show. Maybe we can. 3, 2, 1.
Well, anybody who's anybody knows that the first lightning round of the episode is always a standard Q&A. My boy Pete, are you ready for the questions?
Motherfucker, I've never been ready to answer questions in my life because I felt very awkward about taking the backseat role to this. I'm like, you are not driving this anger car the way that it should be driven. John, you have hit no pedestrians in the anger car. You have all 4 wheels. In my anger car, we're running on rims on 2, baby. That's why the beautiful sparks come off when I yell louder. Woo! Sorry, John. I'm ready to answer questions.
Fantastic. First question, my boy Pete. Baseball or basketball?
Ugh. Oh, you want an answer?
That's the question.
I'm going to be a John L. Peacock at this moment. Now that we're just channeling each other, it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You're right. Let me just ask questions. So are you talking about playing basketball or watching basketball or playing baseball or watching baseball? Because on the one hand, I do not like to play basketball. I think layups are the devil's work. One should not be able to stand on one foot and put an arm up with the other. It's just against nature. You round earthers always think these impossible things. But watching basketball, oh, golly geez, yes, that's great. Baseball? No, thank you, unless I paid less than $10 for the ticket. Because then I can just eat hot dogs, get hammered with a bunch of people and yell at stuff. If I'm watching baseball and you're, no, it's slow, it's bullshit, no one's fighting. And if they do fight, they call the game. This is bullshit. And really, no one brought a bat? You guys have bats. You fucking have bats. How come the catcher is not running out in full gear? Like, hit me again, motherfucker! You guys are missing a lot of opportunities. I'm just saying. But to play baseball, super good. You can hide a beer in your mitt and just like, I got 5 minutes, and then fucking laws of probability, John. I believe in that.
Yeah.
90 feet between bases. The ball's not going to hit this fucking beer. I'm going to put it down. It's not going to hit the beer.
No.
I know where it is. I'm playing deep. This fucking guy looks like a cutter. So I'm going to play deep. I'm not going to run over the beer. If you can hit the beer, sir, you can have a base. Until then, I'm going to throw you out and then turn around and pick up my beer and be like, what beer? When they try to kick me out. John, playing versus watching versus playing. I say, huh. That's my answer. Huh.
Well, I'm very much going to give that to you because of all the wonderful observational questions you asked. I do like a good follow-up question.
Thanks, buddy. One of my favorite things is to anticipate. That's why I'm in a single relationship right now, singularly with myself, because I like to win those arguments. Okay, no, that's not true. That seems very awful. No, not true. When I argue, I have a tendency, you guys know, with John, like, I know exactly your 4 more questions are, and let me answer all those right now. Like, you're a simple Simon. Let me just finish this conversation so I don't have to listen to your jabber jaw. I like to watch 60 Minutes in 24. Let's get to it, baby!
Well, as you already know, next question, my boy Pete. Oprah or Jerry Springer?
Fucking Springer, bro. Oprah gives away cars. Springer gives away life decisions.
I mean, there's nothing more to that. Next question, NPR or PBS?
NPR. Fuck you, NPR. PBS is great, but I'm all NPR. Like, I feel like the things you're talking about like, is more. Yeah, I get it. We all need to fucking relax. We all need a kids show. We all need to learn how to paint and shit. Like, we all get it, right? Yeah, 100%. I'd rather like listen about a painter and his life and the thing. Like, you know what I just learned? And I learned painting. I'm a fucking painter now. I listen to NPR. Turns out I may be a murderer now because I listen to the Adnan Syed story and I feel like, I don't know. I was just at the Best Buy. What am I going to do? No, that's important.
Final question. Let's just move past that little comment. Final question, my boy Pete. Boxing or street brawling?
Oh, bro. Participating in or watching. You know what? You know what, bro? Call me an animal. I'm just going to say street brawling. Nothing below the belt? Come on. Come on. You hit me first. Come on. And if you're watching it, like, all right, you're going to separate people when you clench? No. When they clench, that's when they bite ears. That's when you got to see that good shit. No. Street brawling. And if you're saying street brawling, like not bum fights, like
no,
just like night of the bar on a Friday at closing time, 1:45, like 2:30, when you get the stragglers and everyone's on the corner. That's when the good things happen. Like honestly, either fighting or all sorts of good stuff.
Fighting or other fun?
Fanboys. Oh, the food trucks? Fighting or food trucks? Guys, they're good for free. Let's get some fucking tacos. You guys like tacos, right? Oh, I love tacos.
Well, people are extremely interested in what we got to say, so hit those, punch those packets. We got a bunch of them. Let's plow on through.
Perhaps. Peacock. Perhaps.
I'm looking at, do you happen to have the Abductor 5000 in style? You know, no windows, comes with duct tape and zip ties.
I'm going to take a little darker. You get? No, I don't need the candy packet add-on. I'm good with just some trash bags, zip ties, some lime. Probably make it 2 bags of lime. I'm going to have a busy week. Yikes.
Everybody up in the house tonight. How you doing?
Hey.
Yeah? What's cracking looking, fellas? You look fantastic. John, you look lovely and green. Pete, I continue to enjoy your Albert Einstein tapestry in the background. You guys rock. Hi, everybody in the gallery. How you doing? Hope everyone's well.
Thank you so much for tuning in, MFA. Good people right there, MFA. Look her up on the YouTubes. Look her up on, well, I always shout out all these things. And she's like, I'm not on there, motherfucker. I'm like, I know, I don't listen to things. And I'm not going to blow up your spot because I know for a fact, you got the secret double probation. And I got that one unlocked. But anyway, give her a follow. Love you, girl.
Baseball or basketball? I mean, the answer is football. No NASCAR, no
Right.
white people, just football.
Right. Or water polo. You can get horses that can swim.
We just played baseball overseas, and like most of the people that commentate baseball were like, "Man, who's actually?" I didn't even notice it was where it was until I was told by like, "Here's what you have to talk about today." Yawn. I don't want to talk about this at all. Who gives a fuck?
Right. The only one that I will have to say kudos to it was in Japan. I forget the dude's name, but he was playing. That was out of nowhere. I feel like it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's good. Yeah. He ran like it was a full size center fielder. Ran up on the wall, like literally ran up the wall, jumped from the top of the wall and caught the ball. So he was above the entire wall. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, he Jackie Chan that shit. He's like, there's a lot of jokes here, right? But I'm not gonna do them, John. But super good. Like, it was like, I'll watch that highlight. That's fucking. But you'll get one of those in like 3 years. Fucking, I ain't got that kind of time, John. Life is short. Things are moving fast. Gotta take time to smell the chlamydia.
So basically, you're telling me my boy Pete is choosing baseball because it promotes alcoholism.
What?
What?
What? No, that was for playing. You could not pay me enough money to get on a basketball court. You could not pay. Like, I'm very good. I may not look it. My mama says I have good features. You couldn't pay me enough to get on a bat. Any other sport, yeah, I'll figure it out. But the dribbling and the running and the layup, that's like, I couldn't help but look like every time I do it, I'm like, fountain. Like, now you're just being stupid. Like, and I couldn't get over that. I'm like, this is not for me. Granted, you know what? Real football, fucking soccer, like running that much, that's not for me either, John. It ain't for me. Give me a small space to cover and be funny and talented at, and I'll do it. I'll be super in Dancing with the Non-Stars. I'm very agile. Trust me.
I mean, as far as like baseball is concerned, there was a guy who said it best, and he was like, "Here's the 0-0." Oh, we got. Yeah, he tried to connection with that.
Oh, yeah.
We got 1-0 pitch, and here, foul ball.
See? Here's the deal.
Foul ball.
Here's the deal.
Coming up,
John?
1-0 pitch once again, folks.
John, you ready for this?
And he takes that in.
I take this.
Yeah. I mean, what else can I say? I've been talking about this son of a bitch all day. Here comes the 1-0 pitch for the third time.
Here we go.
Oh.
Yep.
Foul ball.
This is my favorite thing. John, bear with me. Just bear with me. I probably can't make it through the whole thing, but I think I can. All right, folks, here we are. Top of the ninth. The Dodgers leading the Stingrays. Calling the game is yours truly, my boy Pete, doing color and play-by-play with Desert Fox. All right, what do we have going on? What do we have? Doesn't work anymore. God damn it. I have to go back. Oh, shit, it does.
2:30, that's when the magic happens. Piss.
What the fuck?
I mean, as far as like baseball is concerned.
Okay. My phone is fucked now, John. You almost had it. You know what? I'm not going to let the These are the moments that we live for, John. Moments. I know as soon as I go, let's play that. Let's see what happens there.
I mean, as far as like baseball is concerned, there was a guy at the best, and he was like,
Mind Fox.
Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Well, you know, it's a great weather we have out here today.
Right.
Oh, swinging a
Yeah,
miss.
he had to make connection with that.
What are you going to do? Everybody tries, everybody fails.
You got the 1-0 pitch. And here, foul ball.
Oh, well, you know, there's a happy fan out there. Happy fan out there. All right.
Coming up, we got the 1-0 pitch once again, folks.
Oh. Well, you know, the whole thing, the guy has a good eye.
I mean, I've been talking about this son of a bitch all day.
Good boy. Watch your language.
1-0 pitch for the third time.
Yep. I don't know how.
Foul ball.
All right. Well, my thoughts, I'm not sure if you know how 1-0 pitches work. But when you have 3 different pitches, they can't continue to be 1-0. But thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll be here every game, and that's 369 games a year. You're welcome for listening. Mind Fox and my boy Pete, play-by-play in color. Ain't that right, John? All right, I got to get back in. That's great. Mind Fox could do that. Yep, do that. I could do golf, John. Oh my God, I could do golf.
Did I mention it's drawn out and boring as fuck?
That's why you got to have good announcers, baby. That's why they have Harry Carey. You don't come for the game, you come for Harry Carey.
Over Minecraft, it's fascinating. I am back on Twitter, but my name is now Woke Jeebus MFA. I hope you follow me back. Love yous.
Love yous. Hey, I didn't want to blow up your spot. I was like, all right. When people go underground, they go underground. I'm letting you know, like, hey, use this phone number only in case of emergency. If I am out of weed or you are out of weed, that's it.
Baseball sucks. We need to do something, right? Let's make a pitch clock. No, dude, that's not really speeding up the game. What we have to do is, if I hit the fucking batter as a pitcher, we now have to duel and decide who's going to stay in the game, who's not.
Only the strong will survive. He's tapping his right arm. Oh, the righty from the gladiator comes out with his axe and his sword and shield.
Bob, I don't think he has the axe and the sword and shield. He only has 2 arms.
Shut up, none shall pass.
All right, well, Bob, I think that is from the Lord of the Rings, and that was a wizard.
You too shall be smited.
All right, well, Bob is going full bore on this duel to the death, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Oh shit, no you didn't beat the Abductor 5000 with the Candy Pack add-on.
Right, bro? You got to pay extra if you want premium candies, like the Snakes and the Twickers. The Snakes and the Twickers? John, watch your goddamn mouth. Twix and the Snickers. It's our word. I'm just saying, like, this is all like, oh, Juju Bees? Fucking Raisinets? Motherfucker, you think I can get a child in my band with a Raisinette? Do you know what year it is? I've been working hard since 87. Times have changed, John. Times have changed.
And actually now the NBA promote cannabis use. So I believe that's what Pete's doing. He's promoting cannabis use. Just shut up, Pete. Just shut up and let me, yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you. I will.
My boy Pete, baseball, if it's under $10 a game, it's amazing what they can get away with charging for a fucking baseball game these days.
Right.
And, basketball and tennis just hurt my neck. Like back and forth, and back and forth, and forth and back and forth.
John, there's so many good jokes. I know. John is giving me the eyes. Anyone who's now watching this, we are the Two-Sided Pod. We are here every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, live in the stereo streets and on the YouTubes. John likes to give me the eyes when we're on the YouTubes. He's like, bro, wrap that shit up. We're on stage, bro. You can't say them things. So he's like, you know what? Twin minds. Like, that's not happening. Anyway, he says, don't say anything. I'm like, I won't. And then such good lead-ins. Can watch tennis. Back and forth and back. You know what? That's why I had to go back to an old 1987 black and white to watch adult films. I had an 84-inch TV. All the thrusting and pulling was a lot like tennis. No, I should have workshopped that more. I had time, John. I fucking had time. I should have. I'm not going to say anything more. I'm not going to say anything more.
Okay, so basically, right, I subscribe to you.
This motherfucker.
A point guard. In a point guard, you don't have to do a layup. All you have to do, be a 3-point shooter. Stand on the perimeter, throw 3 points. That's what you gotta do. Focus on throwing 3 points. You don't have to do layups. Don't give me none of that shit.
No.
Look. Alcoholism,
no.
Bad. Don't try
no.
the lipstick on a pig. You're promoting alcoholism.
All right. I was going to make a joke about ball handling, but promoting alcoholism, you finished it. I learned a lesson here. You're right. Maybe I need to get out there and learn to fucking sink those baskets and not be, yep, no, we're coming in hot. Here we go.
He said 69. 169 games a year.
I'm saying. It's your duty to attend all of them. Whoa! Sorry, I'm sorry.
Now, I could tell you don't watch baseball. I played softball for years. Bro, it could absolutely be an 0-1 pitch if those are foul balls. They don't count against the count. Yo. I once heard George Carlin, I think he was comparing watching baseball to watching flies fuck. Boring as fuck, but you still watch.
I was hoping that one would get through that. She did. She called me out. I'm glad you didn't because you didn't know. Like, oh, here we go. Because I thought his count was off, so I had to joke at the end for the count. I was like, no, it's all fouls. God damn it. Just swing away, John. Just swing away.
The snakes, the Snickers, and the Twix and the Snickers. But you can get the generic version, the snakes and the tweakers.
You gotta watch those motherfucking snakes. The tweakers will always be back. Trust me, they will never fall out of your hand. Trust me on that. They find their way back in. You got
an 84-inch TV, I got an 84-inch PP.
That's why I don't watch tennis anymore.
Hey, Muse Lover, I ain't got nothing but love for you. But we don't need no goddamn foreigners talking about American basketball up in
Yeah, some call it a first-round draft pick. I call it just trusting the process. Ball don't lie.
Sorry, John. Had to get that one in. I'm done now.
Wait, I just want to throw this. Maybe that's my own ignorance, but if you foul the ball, doesn't it count as a strike, but you can't strike out on it? So it would change the pitch count? from 1-0.
Yeah.
So you were correct, my boy Pete. You can't strike out.
It's not
But
balls.
those fouls
Can't
were,
strike out.
yeah. Anyway, we got to plow forward because that was a whole lot of something wonderful.
But that was
Hey,
3. We get serious for a minute, folks, because
yeah, can we do a
about time we
shot?
stopped. That's why I poured one, and I hope for the best, expect the worst. Folks, we are the Two-Sided Pod. We're here every Thursday, live, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Sandwich Time if you're across the pond on Friday mornings. If you're not, you've never experienced the bliss that is blood pudding. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Well, yeah, I mean, speaking of baseball, we're obviously...
Okay. Again, blood sausage. I'm going to get a ding for that. It's black pudding. Blood sausage. Sorry.
There you go. There you go. See? Evolution of a man over here. My boy Pete, learning things.
I may not be a smart man, John. How much more of the show we got to do? There's no more follow-up on that.
We're going to talk about the history of boxing. The history of boxing, everybody.
Fisticuffs, John? Pugilism?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I've been known to appreciate the throwing of one's leather. That could be doing the Batman, putting your scrotum on someone's face. I don't know. I was good for the first 3 and I couldn't finish the fucking punchline. Look at him, folks. He's a dumb animal. He goes for a scrotum joke when he couldn't think of anything else. Folks, that's one thing we promise you, Tuesdays, Thursdays. It will not be good. You're welcome for listening.
Pugilism, fisticuffs, prize fighting. These are modern use terms that are practically synonymous with boxing. Although the first term indicates the ancient origins of the sport, and it's going from the Latin pugil, a boxer, related to Latin pugnus, fist.
Et I, pugilist, et tu, et pugilist. My name's Brute. They call me Brutus. That's a knife, not a glove. That's one of the first drafts that Shakespeare did, but it didn't really pan out, John. You should know that. He's the bard.
And it goes all the way back to the Greek term, I think it's pikes, P-Y-X, which means with clenched fist. Like Pete is at the end of every night we talk together. He is pikes. He is with clenched fist.
Right. Oh, I'm coming for you. Oh, no. Now he's this guy. No, I'm not. Oh, God. Sometimes that's how I make it funny now in my own life. When I start to fucking, anytime you talk with your teeth, God damn it. Because you don't mean to. I found that I do that when I'm upset. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I just don't open my mouth. Just fucking know what I'm saying. Listen to me. But it's like when I see myself doing that, I hear myself, oh no. Okay, we'll come back later. I get, oh no. He's upset and confused. But, sorry, love, you gotta go. Oh no. They're gonna remember this in the will. Oh no. It really makes everything better, John.
You know, I've never noticed that you do that when you're upset. Anyway, ancient Samaria is home to the first recorded...
How much have I been an old man around your presence, John? You are the fucking reason. Tell me about Samaria, John. Please tell me about Samaria. I got my warm glass of milk. I got my pillow here. I'm on my fucking duvet. John, tell us more about Samaria.
If those are watching us on YouTube, you can see his jaws start to clench up as he speaks.
At my friends, is how you get lockjaw. It's not about tetanus.
No.
I mean, I've had it a few times, but it was all about the anger that led up to the tetanus. That's what I keep telling the doctors. Whatever.
Was it the rusty nail? It was the ginger, right? Okay, so
it was the raccoon. 2 raccoons wielding 4 rusty nails like fucking katanas. You guys ever see raccoons fuck with nails like this? This is amazing. 2 raccoon bites, 4 nail punctures. I was just pissed. It wasn't lockjaw. I will take that to my grave.
Ancient Sumeria is home to the first recorded mention of boxing. Originally recorded in the 3rd millennia BC in what would be modern-day Iraq. Many more reliefs that depicted boxing were found in the 2nd millennia civilizations of Babylonia, Assyria, and Egypt 3,500 years ago. With the first picture,
that's crazy. Did you know? Did you know that Istanbul was Constantinople, and they also boxed there, Sean? Like, we're just saying names. Sumeria was Constantinople. Now it's Istanbul, Constantinople. Sumeria, always with the fisticuffs. Hi, isn't that right, John?
That is right. With the first picture being found in Crete, the island of Minoan Crete. And ancient Greece was the civilization that cultivated it into a popular sport that was enjoyed for centuries and eventually popularized even beyond their borders. They had maintained rules, official bouts, and introduced the sport of boxing into the 23rd Olympiad competition in 688 BC. 688 BC.
Yeah. All right. I feel like you're giving a little too much credit to the Greeks, John. All right, hear me, fucking. Right? Nope. Not gonna get. Nope. All those things I was just gonna run the history of Greece. Here's the deal, John. They had an event that was from Marathon, the city, and you just run a shitload of time, and like that's an Olympic sport now. Like, you're animals. You're just things that are impossible to do. Like, all right, here's the deal: 2 cock push-ups. That's why it was never completed, and cock push-ups were not in the original Olympiad, John. But the marathon was. Little history lesson for you, folks. The less you know, the more you listen to my boy Pete.
Now, back then, it seemed, from all the records we have, that most of boxing was a competition for glory. But there are records of winners of big competitions winning gold, livestock, and other rewards. So even back then, it was a prize fight.
John, I don't know. Okay. The only thing I heard was like they won sometimes. Oxen, cattle, chickens, grain for the silo. Like, John, if we could start a fighting league, because right there's pride fighting, there's Pancras, there's UFC, there's all these pride fights, there's everything you can think of. What if we started a 2-sided fighting and it was just like slap fighting, or like anyone can do it, like no punching, no like hurting each other, but like, and you have to play for goats. I don't know, John. We're gonna hammer this out. We're gonna pitch it to Hulu. I think they're more apt to take it than Netflix. We'll figure it out.
Well, instead of going that route, we could just go back to the beginning, because the Greeks' boxing matches did not have rounds. They had no weight limits, and the matches ended when one of the competitors was unable to continue fighting or admitted defeat.
Dude, that's the same thing. Far and Away with Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise. One of my favorite movies. You guys, it's great. I love you. Always have. So fucking good, you guys. If you haven't seen it, pick that up at your local video store. If you don't have a video store, find a time machine, go back to 1993, and then rent that shit. You'll thank me later in the future. In the future.
So other Olympiad combat sports in Greece at this time. I knew about wrestling, but I thought it was the Roman gecko wrestling. Yeah, Greco wrestling.
Roman Catholic wrestling.
Right, Roman Catholic wrestling.
Between the altar boys and the priests. Oh, you can't get away, boy. Oh, I love you. Always have.
Wrong. John, this is how you get us canceled.
Well, what was permissible back then were moves such as kicking, holds, chokes, and locks on the ground.
Yes.
So very similar to what would be MMA, UFC style fighting today. Not
that's
the traditional wrestling, not like college wrestling.
Kicking, no, you can't kick now. That's some bullshit. Like in the old school, like pancreas and like in Japan, like where you can like, oh, someone's down, kick him in the face. Fuck yeah!
Oh crap!
I'm watching a goddamn street fight, John. Again, as I said, I think football should be more violent, and I think they should pay them more with a contract stipulating you're probably going to die.
Right.
Here's $10 million a game. Something stupid. I would pay for the pay-per-view. The amount of money we could raise is stupid, John. If I could just hit the gym more often, I could probably be a kicker. Sorry. I'm just dreaming about the day when I can be in a full contact deathmatch league. Dare to dream, John. Till then, I'll be here every Thursday, Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. This motherfucking ginger hole right here. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Sandwich Times. John, tell me more about the wrestling.
All right, so to finish up the Greeks, they considered it the most injurious of their sports. A 1st century BCE inscription that praised the pugilist states, "A boxer's victory is gained in blood." And then the Romans took it a little bit farther, as the Romans love to do.
All right, they made fucking aqueducts when we had streams. This is bullshit, John.
So they were treating it like gladiator sports. It was hand-to-hand combat, but the gladiatorial boxing contest usually ended with the death of the losing boxer. They wore these metal-studded leather hand coverings, which I guess is the first boxing glove, so that they could maim and sometimes kill their opponent for spectacle.
That's crazy. In Southern California, you have to like sign a waiver and pay extra if she's going to use a glove, like a studded glove. Like she'll use a normal glove, but they're surgical. Like that's for cleanliness. But if you want something extra, that's like 150 more. John, that's crazy town. The more things change, the more they stay S&M, baby.
So with the rise of Christianity and the concurrent decline of the Roman Empire, pugilism as entertainment kind of went away en masse for several centuries.
Yep, no, I get it. Like we're more of a peaceful people. We're not, and we figured out how to use modern warfare, so we don't need hand-to-hand combat. Doesn't matter, John. We don't need it. We got machinery to do our dirty work. Ain't that right, John?
To those in the business, it's known as the sweet science. It's a martial arts discipline that comprises of punching, combinations, upper body movements, defense, and fluid footwork.
Right, my sweet science is mainly headbutting, biting noses, and kicking in the groin when you're down. It's called fuck you. I love you. Always have.
Is that right, John?
That's I mean, I know you love me, and I know you always have. So before London's prize fighting popularization of boxing once again in the 17th century, which most people say is the next real boxing, there was actually a lot of boxing in Russia a couple centuries before. They popularized this style of traditional bare knuckle boxing. It had many rules, eventually forming three basic types of fist fighting: one-on-one, team fighting, and
Yep.
rarely practiced catch drop type.
That's like the Royal Rumble. They didn't do the ladder match. They didn't do the cage match where the cash was at the top and you just fist fight and drop hammer elbows to people's faces while you try to climb ladders to get that cash. John, that bullshit is crazy. I've seen some team fighting. Thank you, YouTube, for tuning in and giving us our Thursdays here at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time on Fridays. Thank you, YouTube, for providing us with kittens that are so cute, monkeys falling off logs. Also, team bare knuckle fighting. Holy shit, YouTube. I don't know where you've been all my life, but why don't you call anymore? I'll call you on Thursday. You're welcome for listening.
So when London and England eventually picked it back up in the 17th into the 18th century, it was termed prize fighting. That's where this term came from, because bare knuckle prize fighters were contestants that fought for money, and the spectators made wagers on the outcome. And this is starting to form into what we kind of know as our modern boxing.
All right. No, I'm with it. I see where it's going, but I feel like once you start putting money on things, I know we do this across the board on any competition, on anything, but it just, John, let me ask you, would you like to put more money on random things? Because I feel like that could be something Two-Sided Pod could sponsor. John, have you ever wondered if your bus is going to be late and standing there by yourself? God damn it. This is bullshit. If it is, you just won 42 cents. We're going to have an app. No, not that. No, John. We got to go bigger. Here's the deal. No, not going that big. I was going to go even hard. Nope. John, here's the deal. If you like what you've seen, John, if you don't understand who I am as a friend, if you can't believe you keep coming back here to do the Two-Sided Pod with John L. Peacock and my boy Pete on Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, John, I don't know what to tell you. I tell you to tune in at 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time on Fridays, but other than that, I don't know. You're on your own, my friend. Luckily, that's not the case, John. What I can tell you, John, what I can tell you, what I can tell you is we're going to hear a little bit more about this, but while we're doing this, we're all going to prep for the shot coming up that we're going to do as soon as this segment is over.
Serious segment. That's what you're going to say, right?
Yeah. If you don't like me, I'll fucking fist fight you pugilistically in the alley outside the Two-Sided Pod studio. That's at Two-Sided Pod, all one word, all lowercase, period. Fuck you in the alley. Exclamation point. I don't know how to use punctuation, John. I give up. So there was rules.
Yeah, and these pugilists were attached to the English aristocracy. There would be a patron of their pugilist, and they would be the ones to put down the money. That's where prize fighter was originally coined. Jack Brooks.
Like Kentucky Derby. Did they wear big hats and drink mint juleps?
No, they did. Well, it was gin and tonics, but yes.
Oh, I do declare, I would like to see you beat another human to death. Oh, have mercy. Isn't that right, John?
Yes.
We got to pool our money and buy a horse. Or build a time machine, go back to the future, and buy a prize fighter. Because I don't want to sponsor a prize fighter. I want to buy a prize fighter. Hopefully someone from Ireland, fresh off the boat, potato famine, John. They want more. I've seen far and away. Tom Cruise is a great fighter. I'm not going to take it back there anymore. Anyway, I love you. Always have. John, go.
Jack Broughton was the reigning champion from 1734 to 58, and he was the first person to introduce a boxing school. He helped to formulate the modern rules and was inventor of the mufflers, which is a precursor to the modern boxing gloves.
All right, there's no doing this. Ooh, no doing this. Ooh, definitely no doing this. Also, don't shoot anyone. Right.
He invited high society gentlemen to make the change from sponsoring fighters to becoming fighters themselves, and this is where it became known as the gentleman's sport.
Here we go. Hey, man, that guy didn't keep his left up, did he? He's a kind of fucking bitch. I promise you, I met him on the street doing dick 6 months ago. You, sir, are a titan of the industry. I think with your money, my brains, I mean, I've got the brains. You've got the money. I don't want to sing the song, but you go ahead and do it because you're the sponsor. I'll make you a goddamn prize fighter. Hell yeah, John.
Yeah.
Did you see Mark Zuckerberg and fucking Elon Musk are going to fight? And then Elon Musk's mom said no. And Elon Musk's dad says, like, if he fucking loses, it's all fucking downhill from here. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. There's a lot of things happening, John.
Mommy and Daddy are getting involved.
You've got the money. I've got the underhooks. We're gonna... Nope, that's not it.
So the rules that he brought in were that they just stood in front of each other and punched. So no like wrapping, wrestling, hugging, hitting while they're helpless.
No, but you get to bob and weave with your feet planted. You don't get to move around and jump around. You get to head move.
Yeah.
Which is the original, John. Okay, give it where it's at. Sorry.
It was called bottoming. This form of boxing was called bottoming. And if you were knocked down, you had 30 seconds to square back up with your opponent 1 yard away. And you could even have handlers to help you back up. But as long as you could stand there, you kept on going. And there was no limit to the rounds.
It was like Rocky. It was the original Rocky. You gotta cut me. You gotta cut me, coach. You gotta cut me, coach. I can't see.
Come on, Rock. You can do it.
Something like that. Isn't that right, John?
Yeah, right. Those rules in America were quickly abandoned, and funny enough, several fighters came out, some of them black because they were being mistreated in America at the time in the 17 into 1800s. I don't know why. And they helped change boxing in England, which helped change boxing around the world. The Queensberry rules, these were divided into 3-minute rounds, 1-minute intervals of rest, and this was the 10-second count if they could not get up, even if they were on one knee. So these are basically and they were also in a roped in square called a ring. And that's the modern rules of boxing today.
Well, it's very gentlemanly.
Everything, even though it's like boxing, full contact, anything that is full contact physical, it has rules, right? And the rules are supposed to be sportsmanlike, gentlemanly. If you're doing combat, man on man combat. Oh fuck yeah. No, sir. No, sir. This is Tank Abbott. Oh fuck no. There's no like, oh, people who shake hands. There's bets in Vegas now of will they shake hands before the fight in the UFC and things like that. Like, and it's so hyped up and so aggressive, but there's always like, here's the rules, here's the ground rules. Like, we're one step away, John. We're one motherfucking step away from, all right, and we're gonna, round number 6, championship round, we let alligators and tigers out of the cage. Holy shit. Joe Rogan will lose his mind. He'll blow his fucking gasket. I tell you what. I would watch that, John. I would pay $100 pay-per-view. Like, if you put alligators, I would every week, I would sign up. I shouldn't, but people who get alligators turned on them are getting paid, and your family, John, tell me differently, but I wouldn't sign up for a fucking like, oh, there's fucking pretty much a death sentence. Like, but John L. Peacock gets taken care of for life. He gets a AI host that has my comments and can learn. So not only does it have all the knowledge of my way people, it has all the future knowledge. John, you are fucked by my AI. Of course you want that. Come on, buddy.
Oh, it was 1984, not 1982. That was big.
Sorry.
So what you're saying is that you essentially want panas et circenses. You want cake and circuses.
Here's her for humor. Freddy's the devil. Here's her for humor. Freddy's the devil. I think that explains everything, John.
It fully does. We're going to finish with boxing in America, and because we're running a little long on this segment, I'm going to summarize several of these paragraphs I have in front of me. 1700s into the early 1800s was when boxing was introduced to the United States from England, mostly in urban areas, Boston, New York City, New Orleans. English fighters and a lot of Irish fighters were the first major boxers at this time. It was viewed as illegal, and many fights and fighters had to hide to avoid arrest. But it turned into a movement with the muscular Christianity movement.
I was just going to try to sneak in it. You know, I love you, always have. But then it's like the muscular Christianity movement. That's the button you're going to give me. Here's my fucking tagline. John, Jesus Christ, you were setting me up for failure. Love you, John. Go. Keep going.
So this religious group viewed sports as a way of increasing both physical and moral strength. And that's when it brought more popularity to the gentleman's sport of boxing.
All right, here's the deal, boys. Big tough guy. Super, super powerful. Knock a man out in one punch. Also, don't fuck. All right, we'll see you back at gym tomorrow. No curfew. I trust you, boys. I trust you.
Holy shit, John. Have you ever been a pugilist?
One time.
It's hard to keep the Holy Spirit and this beautiful lady between you.
So the last international bare knuckle heavyweight champion was also the first American champion, John L. Sullivan, in first 1882, and then again as he fought and won the very last sanctioned bare knuckle fight in 1889 against Jake Kilrain.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say that John got his idea for this episode by typing John L into Google, and this is the third thing that came up. Like, you know what? He'll never suspect it. I'm not egotistical. I'm a researcher. I do podcasts. I see you, John. I fucking see you every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, live on the YouTubes. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich Time on Friday mornings if you're on the YouTubes. If you're not, you can catch us on Spotify, Apple Pod, Amazon Music. We're on Patreon. We're on Fanzone, Farmers Zone. And our handle is all one word at Two-Sided Pod, all lowercase, all together. John says I don't say that enough. Farmers Zone. Farmers without Patreon. Patreons without farmers. John, look at me having a train of thought. Slowly derailing. Sorry,
so,
bro.
Anyway, John L. Sullivan was also the first gloved era heavyweight champion in early 1892. So he was the last of the bare knuckle and the first of the gloved era. John L. Sullivan. So then he lost the heavyweight boxing championship to James J. Corbett in New Orleans.
Yeah.
In late 1892.
Yeah, 100%. Bro, yeah. He came from into gloves. Like bare knuckle into glove. Like your skills are different. This that was like, why is he not knocked out? What is happening? I don't understand. Even now, the bare knuckle championship. I don't know if you have that in there. It's on YouTube. It's great. Look that up. But only after you subscribe and hit that like and alert button on the YouTubes of the Two-Sided Pod right here. But seriously, but they still have raps. Like, man, that's a little like. I'm sorry. Bare knuckle to me is like, all right, here's the deal. We have two sides of a street. There's 4 bars on each side. You can drink at any bar you want. At 12 o'clock, you get to come out and pick a fight with someone. Everyone who's there drinking for free understands what's happening. Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. It smells like cool water. Let's fight. I'm just saying, make it real, bro.
Right. Yeah. So you just want street brawling, like you were talking about earlier. Anyway, John L. Sullivan began a 100-year streak of heavyweight boxing champions coming from America.
USA. USA.
Even Teddy Roosevelt was a big fan. He was first.
He was a Rough Rider. Watch our podcast, Two-Sided Pod, episode 122, for the Teddy Roosevelt Rough Rider episode. Keep that light on.
I'm surprised you remembered that. Look at him. So when he was first a police commissioner, he had his policemen train in boxing because he thought it would keep them, virile and ready to go. And he kept on doing it into his presidency until a blow left him with a detached left retina, leaving him blind in that eye.
Who needs that goddamn eye anyway? Bully! Who needs that eye anyway? I only see out of one eye. I am Teddy. Bully!
Something like that.
Something like that.
We'll figure it out.
I realize I have a little bit more, so I'm just going to get rid of some of it and focus on the one I really want to talk about, which is John.
Remember how we just. Yep.
Was born in Galveston.
Talk about what we're not doing.
Galveston, Texas, in 1878, and he was the son of former slaves with 8 brothers and sisters. Because of where he was born, he was known as the Galveston Giant, also known as Jack Johnson. He began boxing
I
in
love
amateur
his
fights.
music.
That's
Banana
right.
pancakes. Making banana pancakes, even in the morning. Something even with you. Tell me time sounds blue. Great fighter, amazing musician. Keep going, John. We're almost there.
Beginning boxing.
Baby, don't you want to tell me all about Jack Johnson? Gonna be a fighter too. Well, spending time with John on Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific. John, you think I'm done, but I'm not through. Ooh, John.
Having started in amateur fights for small purses while still a teenager, he was 6'2",
We
broad
call
framed.
them clutches, John. They're not small purses. It's a clutch. We're going out on the street and dancing like we're not trying to meet anybody tonight. Someone hold my clutch. You mean your small purse? No, sir. I'm fighting those people for that small clutch. John, sorry, go. I'm done. I swear to God, I'm done.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
3, 2, 1.
He had his eye on the heavyweight title. For many years, white boxers who held the title refused to fight him. And then in 1908, then champion Tommy Burns finally agreed to fight in Sydney, Australia. And after 14 grueling rounds, Jack Johnson was ruled the winner and heavyweight champion.
That's not a heavyweight champion. Fucking Jack Johnson, the heavyweight champion. Making banana pancakes, fucking people up in the 14th round. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, good on you, Jackie.
What he also really liked to do throughout his entire career was be outspoken, flashy, flaunting his success, and spending money freely, and also dating white women. So he was discriminated viciously for it.
That's literally like looking in a mirror, John. But actually not. You said exclusively. Like, no, I don't believe in exclusivity. I'm my boy Pete. Come on to me. Let's get branded. Let's get funny.
His 1908 victory resulted in a huge outcry for a great white hope. The quote is "great white hope," which was a call from the races for a white boxer to defeat Johnson and regain the title.
Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible that you're saying this because I never knew this. Because I know the Great White Hope. Now I'm like, oh no. Oh no, John, you son of a bitch. You lure me down the primrose path. You dirty, dirty son of a bitch. Folks, if you like to be fooled like this, lower your IQ a little bit. Tune in every Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Lower it a little more. It's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Standard Time because they have fucking high tea. Ain't that right, John?
Yeah, I know a way to lower our IQ, and we're going to do that in just a little bit.
I can't wait.
So the 1910 fight against James J. Jeffries was dubbed the fight of the century, and Johnson defeated Jeffries, who was white, triggering dozens of race riots across the U.S. And then in 1912, 2 years later, they arrested him on grounds that his relationship with Lucille Cameron violated the Mann Act for transporting women across state lines for immoral purposes due to her being an alleged prostitute. He married her. She was his second wife later, about 10 years later, and she refused to cooperate, so the case fell apart. But a month later, Johnson was arrested again on similar charges, and this time the woman testified in court, and he got jail time.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
John, I know I know we're going full hurricane. We're going, yeah, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Yes, I know we're doing that, John. Oof.
But it's a joke that I came up with because he married her, and I was trying to get the joke in there because I know it's going to turn fucking dark and evil. But he married her. Folks, who has not traveled with a companion across a state line and done some immoral shit? It's not bad. I don't know what county you're in. You go to Pennsylvania, they're pretty fucked up there. But I'm just saying, we're all guilty of traveling across state lines with a person to do immoral things in one way or another. John, it was better when you were like, no, we're good. We're super good. We're going to work this out in post. Like, right. This isn't live, right? On Thursdays?
No, of course not.
Is it? It's not 8. Oh my God. Okay. We're good. Thanks, folks.
So he didn't want to serve the jail time for a bogus offense. So he fled with Lucille, the future wife, to Montreal and then to France. And they lived for the next 7 years in exile in Europe, South America, and Mexico.
All right, folks, if you like exile, go ahead and write us at twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO-sidedpod@gmail.com, and let us know where you would like to be in exile. We will look at the postage rates and see what kind of swag we can send you. Ain't that right, John?
Yeah, that is right. That is right, my boy Pete. Thank you. And finally, while he was on the lam, Johnson held the title of heavyweight champion until his 26-round defeat by knockout against Jess Willard in Havana of 1915. So the racism and discrimination marked his 7 years as heavyweight title holder with limited opportunities to fight with meager purses. He was the first black boxer to win the heavyweight championship of the world, and because of that, he's considered by many to be one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time. And that's it.
Right. And no, and that's not it, John. Like, it's a good, again, we just talk about what we're talking about. We don't say what we're not talking about. You don't have to say, and I guess that's all.
No more.
You throw your music down on the fucking table because you can sing all of your notes. You know, John, I think that's good. I think you did a great job. I think that we all learned what a great fighter is, what someone who has, dare I say, stick-to-itiveness. I shouldn't, because it didn't work it out well. But no, John, yeah, you did good. I didn't see all that, and I think because I knew allusions to the Great White Hope and didn't understand of the connotations. Like, and it's good to learn things from you, right? You think I don't digest, but I do, John. I'm like have you seen a sponge deep in the ocean? It's a living organism, John, right? It doesn't attack. It's docile, like me. It just sits there and absorbs. I absorb, John. I promise you, though, it will mutate and I will attack. Cheers, buddy.
Absorb this, my friend.
All right. You see the work that's cut out for you ahead, right? As far as your next segment, yeah?
I do.
Hey, buddy, I trust and believe in you. I want you to know I support you. Man, I'm gonna lift you up. I'm like a scaffolding in New York. Very few people will be injured or maimed. I promise you that, mostly.
And we got a whole lot of message. So I promise you, I trust you that you're going to go through these very, very quickly, my boy Pete.
All we watch is tennis, especially now that it's summer, so yeah, watch them, motherfucker. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, as a black person, I don't know why, but somehow I felt triggered the moment you said stickers,
See?
Oh my gosh, even saying triggered, I felt triggered. Oh my god, oh, I'm in this weird loop where Snickers and triggers gets me triggered. Oh, just get me out of this loop!
Oh my God. John, he's black? Fucking shit. This is crazy. Hey, bro. Look at my hands. My brother. You're going to get a lot more triggered when I come to goddamn Christmas dinner. Believe that. Believe that. Okay, no.
You look like Ice Spice.
Yeah!
You look like Jesus.
You're welcome for listening.
Part of me legit feels like I should know more about things like hockey and lacrosse and stuff like that. And I can't allow myself, guys, to do that. Because for 20 weeks a year, you know, nobody cares about the preseason. From week 1 to the Super Bowl is 20 weeks a year. Out of 52, I'm preoccupied in some fashion on some days for football.
I got a quick one.
Productive. Like, I can't just.
Got a quick one.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's the
got a quick one.
I don't know what draws me in and keeps me going to the NFL because they're completely corporate as fuck, and there's so many red flags and reasons to go. Hold on, time out.
Okay,
but
I don't have one.
I'm a football fan. I am not a sports fan at all.
Nope, I'm with you, but I was gonna say, you as a happily married man with a fucking amazing wife get to an amazing wife. Like, you get one, motherfucker. You get one. I can't see, like, I'm gonna pick up some other shit. Turns out I got 364 days of shit to do, but on Christmas, I'm all yours, baby. It's a special because she's into football. That's awesome. But she gets in, like, oh, I love ice hockey now. I love fucking polo. I was gonna say polio. No one loves polio. Not even the Germans, Sean. Oof, sorry. Anyway, I'm just saying, John, right? Play the bubbles. You're right. I see your eyes.
And the reason why I fuck with you guys, I actually do respect the shit out of you guys. You actually said Iraq and not Iraq. Otherwise, whenever people say Iraq, I actually think of like a coat rack full of eyes.
Right?
No rhyme or reason, just a coat rack full of eyes. And it's just like, no, we don't do that here.
John, I'm quick, concise, I'm to the point. When we do the two-sided pod puppet show with full music, shit. This one, like, I know. I'm more alive than Kimbo Slice. Yeah, that. And you're saying Kimbo Slice? Like, all right. It's weird that he talked. Oh, he changed his name for this thing. All right. My man, Muse Lover. I'm saying. Totally forgot after the thing.
Question I have, since the Greeks were doing it in the Olympics, did they do it naked, and was it permissible to punch somebody in the balls?
Ball puncher! Ball puncher! Hey,
ball puncher, ball puncher, ball puncher, ball puncher, ball puncher. Who's a ball puncher? He cannot punch balls. That is honestly where it came from. You should see Harry Carey do it for the Cubbies. The OG. He was there. He knows.
The only credit I give the Greeks, besides their mythology and what else, they did like running water with aqueducts, and they did other things, not to get it mixed up with Romans, but besides that, the
He
film.
busted my balls.
If it wasn't for Greeks, there wouldn't be the film against the Greek. So otherwise, fuck yeah. Otherwise, fuck no.
He busted my balls right there. I saved that one and I did it wrong, but the show must go on. The show must, goddamn. Where's that red John? Sorry. Yeah.
What you need.
Is that right, John?
What you needed is one of those like signs from like NBC, and it's like the more you know. And whenever you get that, then you've got my boy Pete and his body is rocking the star. He goes through the swipe, he's like riding it like it's like he's like some, I don't know, some college girl, well those kind of like dive bars or something. You got a mechanical ball. He's riding he runs the star. It's
okay.
like the boy you know.
The fucking different. I love it. This is the think tank, John. This is the think tank I wanted. I know you want me to pop these bubbles, but fuck your packets. I have things to say now. Bro. I had the same idea, and we started talking about it. We started to figure, like, I wanted the inverted rainbow, everything in black and white, and a minor chord instead of like the more you know. I wanted to be the more you know, and all black and white with a fucking black and white. Fuck me. See, John? God damn. Real recognized real. All right, I'm gonna pop one bubbles packets. Shh.
He said pitch it to Hulu. Pete, how many Netflix shows have you watched? It's full of insanity. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've watched quite a few. And we just finished Fubar, which was pretty decent.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But I mean, in the grand scheme of Netflix is way more interested in that.
All right, note to self: pitch Netflix instead of Hulu. Also, get more ice out.
Always used to think like whenever people talk about Greco-Roman wrestling, I know it's not WWE, it's like the shit that actually, like, you know, inspires WWE. But whenever you talk about Greco-Roman wrestling, I just imagine like geckos, like, you know, the lizard.
Yes.
Playing. It's just like I shouldn't be intrigued, but I am. I endorse gecko wrestling.
100%. Like the true active wrestling of amphibians is something that I feel we all need to support. I have 2 blue-bellied lizards. I put little pieces of bread out there and they're not interested in. I don't know what to do, but I want them to wrestle. And I feel like if we get on the same page, we're going to nail it.
The better question is, why did the Greeks invent sports in the first place? Like, I think all the shit evolved from, well, not the Greeks, the Romans really did it. And, never mind. I just fucked up my whole plan.
You say crazy town, I just think about come milady, come milady, you want sugar fire, sugar baby, come milady, come.
It's the what is this night? It's the Jesus Christ, what's the name of it?
It's the night you forget what night it is.
We're smoking on apple pie tonight.
That's what he said.
Apple pie is sativa dominant, but when you hit it just right with the crumble from some indica dominant strains, it becomes indica dominant.
I love you so much. You get the apple pie taste, and you get the fucking indica head couch planner. Like, oh, shh.
Okay, just so everyone knows, there's this thing that happens in. Okay, let's be honest.
Let's go.
WWE is actually dog shit compared to what it used to be, like we said, 20, 30 years ago. Not 40 or 50, that's too old for me, and I just think that's a bit. Yeah, but my point is, anyway, there's this one new invention that started like about, say.
Don't say the camel clutch. Don't say the camel clutch. Camel clutch.
Money in the Bank. And funny enough, they've actually come over here. They've come over here in England, and it's going to be really cool. It's going to be this weekend, and so it's kind of cool. And so in it, it's basically a ladder match where, like, I think it's like 6 or 8 people nowadays. They have to climb up to get out of a briefcase. It sounds really arbitrary, but it's fucking awesome. Where's my popcorn?
Bro, they had that early on. There was like the money matches. I thought you were talking about the specific moves. I thought like, oh, they just came up with Money in the Bank. It's like the Stone Cold Stunner. Like the to me, I was like, no, bro. If we're talking specific moves that change the game, it's the camel clutch. You're welcome for listening.
Did somebody say alligators? Da, 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 da. Never fear, basketball is here.
Yeah, it goes now.
Alligators.
Get out of my way.
Those alligators, never free them. Trap them and free them. Put them somewhere else.
Get out. Good
fun.
Now.
Yeah.
Do it now. Now.
Yeah. Really good stuff. Tasty. Ha ha ha. Yeah.
100%. 100%. I will eat alligator. I will wear alligator. I will set free an alligator. You can be across the board, John. You can be all of the things. Like every one I eat, I set 10 free. Every one I put into boots, I set 25 free. Isn't that right, John? Sorry, I had an alarm going off, letting me know that shit was fucking getting real.
Isn't that a song by James Brown that's all like, boxing in America? Punch him in the face, punching in America.
Yeah.
No lower than the testicles.
Ha! Hit me up! Ha!
Dudes, one day I have to come on to the Tuesday show and I have to talk about the Mindfox version of Jesus. Please consider it. If you're listening right now, you can vote for me at two-sidedpod, that's twsidedpod@gmail.com, or fucking leave a message and be like, dude, you should do it.
I agree, John. We've had very few emails at twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's two-sidedpod@gmail.com. That was how I flipped it, reversed it. But you send us those ideas. You send us, if you want to come in, like we're more than happy to oblige. And
feel like you're going to get me canceled too. This is going to be great. Great. John wins again. Fuck, bro.
I just found that really weird. It's like, I don't know. Someone goes, oh yeah, it's like being punched in the face with a pillow. And trust me, it's not a pillow. It is not anywhere near a pillow. So, I mean, fair enough. It's nicer than being punched in the face with a bare knuckle, like, a bare knuckle. But yeah, don't want to get punched in the face, period. Just put that out there. It's not a pillow. Fuck off.
Right? It's like a self-gratifying time with David Carradine in the closet. Not as good as it sounds at the beginning. All right, John? I think I'm right.
It's the same thing as like with wrestling, right? When you go into like, the ring and then you're on the mat and everything, people think it's like a bouncy castle. Fuck no. It's like really hard. I mean, even when you fall down and stuff, people call it like a bump. That's what it is, called a bump. And like whenever you do something and it's kind of like, painful, how many people, right, they go to like training classes and stuff like that, and all they have to do is fall back, and it's like, oh yeah, just do that like about 100 times in a row, and it sounds like, oh, it's fun. Fuck no.
Not even going to go into any stories, John. Not even going into any stories because you tell me I need it. I have one to go. I'm not going to do it. Apparently, I might do it. So one of the things that we like about.
Funny enough, you said the Camel Clutch about, 2-3 weeks ago. The Iron Sheik unfortunately passed away.
Right?
And passing away is so weird because he was like this heel, he was like a bad guy. And in being a heel, everyone's meant to hate him. But his gimmick was basically fuck Hulk Hogan. And it was funny because, we lived about I think early 2000s. Hulk Hogan is a racist bastard. So everyone should fuck Hulk Hogan. Fuck him right in his face and let him get pounded
100%.
over his face. Fuck him some more, fucker.
100%. 100%, John. That's the last message, but 100%. Iron Sheik, his burn, he just on Twitter, he put fuck Hulk Hogan. Hashtag Hulk Hogan for like 2 days before he died. But that was what he would do like every couple months. And just troll. Fuck this guy. And have a picture or have a thing or like so good. All right, last one. All right. And then oh Lordy, I'm getting the vapors. I do need some caffeine tea. Bullshit, John. Julie Prince, you and me both. I don't know. You refer to caffeine in the UK. We refer to it as shots before we get into this. Right.
Yeah. And with that, any more messages that come in will be played and will be answered in our green room after the show. But they will not be played until then. So
right, and we're actively, just so you know, we're not gonna hear about what is missing. We're just gonna be going hot, going fast.
That's right.
And they ask, who's up there? Cougar and Merlin, Maverick and Goose. And they say Maverick and Goose. God damn it. Anyway.
Cheers, everybody.
That's us.
Thank you. And that is definitely going to lead us into our next. Light. lightning round.
I don't think that was loud enough. Play that one more time.
That's going to lead us into our next lightning round.
It's a little low over here, John. It's a little low. Could you just crank it up? Because I don't think it's being heard in the back room closet.
That's going to lead us into our next lightning round.
Lightning round! It's time to get down! Come on, yeah! Holy shit, you guys were so quiet, I feel you were like a couple of nuns in a church. Holy shit, were you committing crimes? That's the only time I'm quiet. Hey, John, how you doing?
I'm not committing any crimes, lightning round guy.
You know what, man? You're committing the crime of stealing my heart, you motherfucker. Woo!
I like you too.
Hey, who's there? Is that Thunder guy? Doesn't matter. We're not even going where you're talking to the things. I'm gonna be back in my closet. We'll figure this out in post. Woo!
Ooh, I don't want to say
You don't know what to say to him. There's no one else in your room. Act, you silly, simple.
I heard you guys were talking about me.
No.
Oh, no. Never.
Fucking watch your goddamn mouth, John.
Love you, lightning round guy.
Love you, John.
All right, I feel good. So this lightning round is one of your favorites and mine. That's right, it's accented answers. I'm going to ask my boy Pete some questions and give him an accent in which to answer those questions. Accented answers, everybody.
Okay, John, I guess I will say that I'm ready to answer your question now. Okay.
Well, first question, Italian, my boy Pete. Baseball or basketball?
Here's the deal, John. Prego, John, listen to me. Very much sometimes they play the basket. No, it's bullshit. Other times, I feel like a Frenchman. I'm better now. Listen, you throw things in the air, Chuck.
See that motherfucker? Full circle. I think I went full fucking circle. Oh, it's a long play, motherfuckers. Welcome to the party. It's only 14 hours in to get a callback joke. Oof.
Well, the second question is for Russian, my boy Pete. Oprah or Jerry Springer?
Yes, listen to me now, John. Everyone will come to watch every day, 4 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. The clocks don't work. But after school, oh, Oprah, so good. You get car. How am I going to pay for car? It's no good. What I say, Jerry Springer, life lesson, yeah? Hey, when the last time you hear, oh, this is fucking Springer's corner? I love corners. I hear best things on corners in my life. Jerry Springer, thank you for corner talking. It's very good.
All right, this next question is for British, my boy Pete. NPR or PBS?
Oh no, John, I do have to say, it would always be NPR. PBS is
might I say, droll. One can't stand on one's own footing listening to the droll of PBS. Everyone knows how to paint. I say, come on now. No one needs to waste airspace with that. NPR, thank you. Good day.
And finally, this question is for Australian my boy Pete. Boxing or street brawling?
Hey, here's the deal, mate. Have you ever had a fucking good fucking roll around in the streets? We call them a fucking drungo, right? Fucking bunch of idiots wrestling around, punches throwing. I don't know if you've ever had that. 17 medium strength beers backs you up in a minute, right? Yeah, now, back in street fighting. That's all it is. Street fighting.
This has been the oddest lightning round of accented answers ever. Let's jump into our final segment of the episode. My boy Pete, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great if my play-by-play didn't keep play-by-playing. Folks, we are the Two-Sided Pod. We are live, actively live on YouTube, doing a show actively. Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, even it's late as fuck. That's 10 p.m. Pacific. I don't know, 2 a.m. It doesn't matter. Who's looking at clocks? John just talked about boxing in Greece. You might as well get your fucking sundial out. We ain't going anywhere else from here. Not yet. Go, John. Let's get to the fun part of this show. No. Okay, John. Let's get to this fun part of the show. There we go. Let's fix that in post.
3, 2, 1, get a shot ready. Because we're going to talk about Oprah. Oprah Winfrey.
Man. All right. Just so you know, all my answers for Jerry Springer, so I'm going to be only giving Jerry Springer facts throughout. And if you don't like it, I'm going to chuck a chair at you like Geraldo Rivera.
Oh, no, it's nose. So from the Kennedy Center website, quote, she has impacted nearly every aspect of the entertainment world while engaging, inspiring, and enriching the lives of millions. Her achievements would be enough to fill more than a few great lives, but in fact, this beloved producer, television host, actress, major player on Broadway and in Hollywood, author, and self-made billionaire philanthropist is the stuff of greatness, end quote.
100%, John. One day I hope to make you my Stedman, where you're just kind of fucking hanging on, but then I get my true Gale coming into my life. I can cut you loose, figure out my own dynasty by my own goddamn self, John. You get a life, and you get a life. You get cut the fuck loose, Stedman. Cheers, John. Let's do it.
Cheers, everybody. This is going to be a weird one.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, John. Goddamn in for it now. Now that you put a label on it, now that you quantified, qualified, put me in a basket, John. I will be an octopus fighting my way out of. John? What else we got to know about it?
We haven't even started.
Well, I like what I've heard already, folks. You like what you've heard already. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe, hit that like button on the YouTube, that alert button, that oh no, I can't believe it's not butter button. Because John is going to be looking at our YouTubes, because I'm sure you haven't heard anything about any of the messages on the YouTubes, which is stunning, but also so expected. John, we got anything going on the YouTubes?
Yeah, here's something that we can definitely slow our show down even more. So we got Joey thrown out. I'm not sure MVP has ever met Frenchman, and Julie liked that, saying LOL for at Joey.
See, I just made a connection. I just made a fucking connection of two of my favorite people in the world. You guys, it's not crossing streams like Ghostbusters.
Right.
Or it is at the end, you get the fucking marshmallow man. I don't know. Y'all figure it out. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Keep going, John. We're almost there.
I don't know if we are. I'm wondering what to do with this. Okay, so I'll just start. Oprah Gail Winfrey was born on January 29th, 1954, in rural town of Kosciuszko, Mississippi. Her aunt Ida named her after the biblical figure Orpah, O-R-P-A-H, but very quickly the family began spelling it Oprah, which was easier to pronounce. She was born to an unwed teenage mother and spent the first years on her grandmother's farm in Kosciuszko while her mother looked for work in the north. So life on the farm was primitive. Her grandmother taught her to read very early, and at the age of 3, Oprah was reciting poems and biblical verses in local churches.
Hickory dickory dock. Oh, this fucking guy. Oh, not that one? I apologize, John. Continue.
This is something that affected her throughout her entire life, so I'm just going to say it, but I know at this point it might be a little hard to hear. She was abused and even raped by several male relatives and friends of her mother during the years of 9 to 13, which was emotionally devastating. She ran away to a juvenile detention home, but she was denied admission because all the beds were filled. And at 14, she gave birth to a baby boy who died in infancy, and then she went to Nashville to live with her father, Vernon Winfrey, who was a barber and a businessman. This is when her life got much better.
John, we're definitely going to talk about how to do summations and like sum ups and like precursors and like footnotes. We're definitely going to talk about this in the after because I heard everything you said. I feel like that could have been said 2 sentences without specific graphic detail. And that I feel like is triggering for me. Now I'm going to have to be loud and proud and be angry about things. I was trying to be quiet and let you go, but now I can't. No, because no, Jesus Christ, no. That didn't even come out correctly. Anyway, John, okay. Thanks for a paragraph and me trying to make a joke. John, what else we got to know about Oprah? How did her life change great dramatically?
Well, Oprah said that her father saved her life. He was very strict and provided her with guidance, structure, rules, and books. He required his daughter to complete weekly book reports, and she went without dinner until she learned 5 new vocabulary words every single day. She considered this a blessing and what helped shape her to be the woman she is today.
Super good. No, I'm even gonna go there because I don't have the wherewithal to find that line. I'm just gonna go right over the line, John. So I'm glad there were boundaries set for a child that went without dinner to learn words. I feel like that's how boundaries should be set. I feel like you all need to know better for dinner.
Well, she had dinner every night because she was studious and attentive, and she learned so much because of it. Another person, another child, it might have been a very different situation. But this kind of discipline that he enforced, she never tested it. She never knew if he actually wasn't going to beat her because she always was there.
Right.
She always showed up.
100%. Right. So great. So amazing that it worked out for her. See this, John? This looks like a cigar. This is what you get for spilling paint in the garage in my house. You don't get to learn a fucking vocabulary. You don't get to learn of, hey, here's a carton of cigarettes. Smoke them up, Johnny. What do you think about that? Don't get me started on Oprah. Don't fucking make this okay. Don't you do it. We have the two-sided pod every Thursday, PM Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. This is all apple juice. Cheers.
Cheers. So in high school, she participated in drama club, debate club, student council, and in an Elks Club speaking contest. She won a full scholarship to Tennessee State University. The following year, she was invited to the White House Conference on Youth. She was crowned Miss Fire Prevention by WVOL.
Hey, these two youths are fire preventionists. They definitely prevent fires. Ain't that right, John?
That's right. And WVOL, which hosted that competition, hired her, and she began her broadcasting career at WVOL radio in Nashville while still in high school. In 1972, Winfrey, at age 19, she became Miss Black Nashville and then Miss Tennessee during her freshman year at Tennessee State. She would go on to become Miss Black Tennessee to compete for Miss Black America because they separated it back then. Anyway, the Nashville,
keep going.
The Nashville Columbia Broadcasting System, CBS affiliate, offered her a job. Twice she turned it down, but then she took the advice of her speech professor, who reminded her that job offers from CBS were, quote, the reason people go to college. And so she started her broadcasting television career and was the youngest person and first African-American female co-anchor of the evening news in Nashville. So that was when she was 19 and a sophomore. She eventually completed every credit but one at that time in the 70s and went to do her broadcasting career, which we know about, but went back and graduated in 86, long before she was super famous, but just a little side note. So she relocated to Baltimore's WJZ TV to co-anchor the 6 o'clock news, and then became the co-host of its local talk show, People Are Talking. This is when she started to get a little bit of national attention. Not notoriety, but attention from other affiliates.
Oh, yeah. No, when people are talking, John, people are talking. And at first we thought it was Jay-Z. I was like, whoa. Does Beyonce know about this? Thank you very much. But no, Queen. But people were talking, John. I feel like that's where our story picks up. Isn't that right, John?
Yeah, it really picks up in 84 when she accepted an offer to move to Chicago to host the faltering morning talk show AM Chicago. But her honest, engaging personality quickly turned the program into a success. And in 85, 1 year later, it was renamed The Oprah Winfrey Show.
Right? It's like if I got a guest spot on UFC, it slowly become like
fight to the death. Let them eat cake. No, not yet. No, die. Yeah, that's it.
The next
Transition,
year,
Sean.
that show was syndicated nationally, and it became the highest rated television talk show, beating out Donahue, the previous one, and earned several Emmy Awards. It became the highest rated television show in U.S. television history.
I've seen bigger, but whatever. I'm not talking about DuckTales in this show. I'm talking about your thing.
In 1988, she established Harpo Studios, making her the third studio for television. The third woman in American entertainment industry after Mary Pickford and Lucille Ball to own her own studio.
You're first. Oprah is Harpo. You're first. Oprah is Harpo.
The Oprah Winfrey Show entertained and enlightened millions of viewers for 25 years. It reached more than 40 million viewers a week in the United States as a top-rated show and was licensed to 150 countries internationally.
151st country is like, son of a bitch. All I want is Oprah Winfrey every week. But here in Bulgaria, there is no Oprah. Everything is horrible. Why are we not under the Iron Curtain again? Free independent states. This is bullshit. Stupid. Isn't that right, John? Yikes.
All right, 96, she started the on-air book club. That was huge, right? Many books became bestsellers because of her recommendations throughout the decades at this point. And then that turned into the Oprah magazine in 2000. And then At Home in 2004. That other one folded 4 years later. But the Oprah magazine is still around today in digital format.
I'm looking for After Dark. It's all ivory, ebony, beautiful. I just, goddamn. And After Dark. Oh yeah, ain't that right, John?
In '08, Oprah and Discovery Communications, they announced the plans to create Oprah Winfrey Network. Her own network.
Yeah. You guys like that? Well, look at this. Oh no. Sounds like your pipes are busted. I'm gonna have to come in and do some tightening. After Dark. Is that right, John? I'm trying to pitch this right now.
I think After Dark is going to take off, actually, at this point.
See, John.
I
can do my own goddamn voices. Fuck you. I can do my own voices. Fuck you. No, fucking that was. You know what, John? There's only so many chord progressions in the world. Oh no. Oh yeah. See, John? Now you're getting it.
Are you upset about the accented answers?
No, John. I'm upset. I'll be in my trailer. Finish your segment.
January 1st, 2011, they debuted to 85 million homes, the OWN network. In July of that year, Oprah assumed the positions of chairman, chief executive officer, and chief creative officer for the network. And she is credited for launching the careers of Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, Nate Berkus, and
everything's done.
Van Zandt.
Would you like a small Oprah Hot Pocket? Would you like a little one? You get a Hot Pocket, and you get a Hot Pocket. And you get a hot. Everybody gets a hot pocket. John, ain't that right?
That's right. Everyone does get a hot pocket. Look under your seat. That's right. It was just microwave.
You're gonna burn your mouth.
Frozen up the ends. Okay, and so in the final season of her talk show, Winfrey made ratings soar when she revealed a family secret. She had a half sister named Patricia.
I once killed a hobo. I would have tuned in for that, John. I would have fucking tuned in for that.
Well, that didn't happen.
Oh, shit. Who? No, but come on. Let's all be honest. Come on. Everybody's cards on the table. Who doesn't think you kind of have a half sister somewhere? Our parents are fucking animals, you guys. They're fucking animals. We're animals too. Where did I learn it from? I learned it from watching you, Dad, okay? Half sister. If you killed a hobo, I would watch that. Half sister, unsure. Unsure, John. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, John?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah.
Giddy up.
So Patricia was born in '63 when Oprah was 9 and living with her father because she went back and forth before the full-time move at 14. So Vernita Lee, her mother, put Patricia up for adoption because she believed that she wouldn't be able to get off public assistance if she had another child to care for. And she lived in a series of foster homes.
You did that at 14? Like you stuck it out till 14?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I confused things. Don't worry about 14 was when Oprah moved to her dad's full time, but she just happened to be at her dad's, living with her dad at 9. So she didn't know about the sister. She didn't know about that because she was gone, but she didn't live with him full time until 14.
All right, we're all learning things, John. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, John?
Yeah. She tried to connect with her birth mother through the adoption agency, but Lee didn't want to meet her. So she did some research, approached a niece of Oprah Winfrey, and the two had a DNA test which proved that they were related.
Sister wanted to meet mom. Mom said no.
Yes.
After the fact, Oprah said, "Who dat? Who dat? New phone. Who dis?"
She never knew about her until that moment.
Huh.
Okay. She was quite famous at that point. Yeah.
You blew it, John. You blew it. You tried to befriend me early on. You waited till I made it big. Oh, the riches you have. Now you're screwed, my friend. Ain't that right, John?
Yeah, man. She, in 2018, created a deal with Apple TV, which started in 2020. The Oprah Conversations, it has Will Smith, Dolly Parton, Stevie Wonder, Barack Obama, and in 2021, she aired the exclusive interview with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
Okay. I'm not even going to bite on that, John. See how civilized I am? Fuck your couch. Ain't that right, John?
That was pretty good because that was one of the most talked about interviews in the last couple of years. And I thought you would really 17.1 million viewers, one of the highest rated interviews. Yeah, good job.
Whatever. You haven't lived unless you've seen Miss Jackson If You're Nasty. This titty pop out with JT. Sorry, no.
Wardrobe malfunction. Wardrobe malfunction, I believe is what they call that.
Sometimes I feel like
shows of wardrobe malfunction. John, do you ever feel like a plastic bag blowing in the wind? I'm not saying I've been listening to a lot of Taylor, but I'm saying I've been listening to a lot of Taylor. Shh. Ain't that right, John?
Yes. And as I said, this would come up later. She has done all she can to eradicate child abuse. As a victim herself, she was a major force in the drafting, lobbying, and passage of the National Child Protection Act that was signed into law by President Clinton in '94.
Oof. 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 Yeah, this is where the kids turn around and say, I'm going to call the fucking CPS. And like, I would smack the smart right out of your goddamn mouth if we were not in the goddamn 10 items with less. Check out Lane. Uncle Pete strikes again. Ain't that right, John?
Yes, that's right, Uncle Pete. So, as a committed philanthropist, she also provides significant assistance to many schools: Morehouse College, Tennessee State, Chicago Academy of Arts, and also the Chicago Public Schools. She funds battered women's shelters and campaigns to catch child abusers. She also created Oprah's Angel Network. There's a lot of things,
Yeah, no, you're doing great. Trying to pile it all in, you're doing really good. But trying to catch child abusers, and I was like, oh, why don't you come in and sit down? It's why did you want to raise your hands? Man, you met that kid? John, I think we have a new show here. I don't know if it's going to pitch well to Netflix. We'll try it on.
Another big thing that people know is that she opened a $40 million school for disadvantaged girls in South Africa. She was named a Kennedy Center honoree in 2010, and the following year she received the Jean Hirschult Humanitarian Award from the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences. Then she got the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2013 and the Cecil B. DeMille Award for the Golden Globes Lifetime Achievement in 2018. And her impassioned speech, which she called for racial and gender equality, was widely seen as one of the ceremony's most memorable speeches. And we've talked about the Golden Globes. You know, they're crazy, but she did something with them.
You get a speech, and you get a speech, and you get a speech. Everybody gets a speech. Is that right, John?
Well, you talked about Stedman back at the beginning. So she's been in a relationship with Stedman since the mid 1980s. They were engaged in '92, but planning to be married the following year, but it never really came to fruition. In 2022, Winfrey described their relationship as a, quote, spiritual partnership. She has never had children by choice after the loss of, right. In a 2019 interview, she said she feels a maternal connection through the work of the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy.
Yep.
And finally, according to Forbes magazine, Winfrey was the richest African American of the 20th century. She became the world's only Black billionaire in 2003 and held the distinction for 3 years. Life magazine hailed her as the most influential woman of her generation.
All right. Okay, cool. Go on.
That's okay. So the sources for this episode of Two Sided have been first segment, Britannica, legendsboxing.com, sportlegacy.net, bbbofc.com, evolve-mma.com, marintheater.org, and historyoffighting.com. Second segment, Oprah.com, notablebiography.com, Women of the Hall, achievement.org, the Kennedy Center Biography, and Botanica.
You, sir, have really good internet. I can't even come close. You, sir. What high speeds you must achieve. Good job.
Thanks, Betty. Well, before we end this episode, is there anything from it that you'd like to take a second glance at, a second thought, a second look, a second opinion? This is Pete's Retraction Corner.
No, 100% no. 100% no. Nailed every moment. Pretty much on point. Folks, we are the Two-Sided Pod every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Live on the YouTubes on Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Nope. I'm glad that we traversed the roads we did and the timing we did. I feel it puts everyone on their toes, and I feel like toes need to be had. Ain't that right, John?
Yeah, that is right. Want to do a quick shot as we head out?
Yeah, I'm ready, buddy. Cheers to you.
Right. Cheers to you.
Pink. Thanks for everyone listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. We have our open chat show live on stereo every Tuesday at our usual start time. So if you want to join us or want to throw some topics out there, email twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO, sidedpod@gmail.com. And for those listening live on the stereo app, stick around in this room for a continued chat in the green room right now for after show wind down. That's a wrap for tonight. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
And my boy Pete in Southern California.
And this was our show. You can eavesdrop wherever you get your podcasts and even join us live, both on our YouTube channel, handle at TWO Sided Pod, all one word, and the stereo app every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the serious and the fun, here on Two Sided. Love you.
Jesus Christ, man. You're the worst. Can't wait to see you later. Burr, 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 burr. Burr, 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 burr.